I am very much pleased to introduce and welcome Professor to our conference. We feel highly elated to have the great speakers such as myself on stage. Ravindran Vivekananda Rasa is a lecturer of the Faculty of Education in the Open University of Sri Lanka. He had engaged in a great service as a lecturer and instructor in the field of education, in the field of English, in various government institutions in Sri Lanka, and also as the director of, of NGO in Sri Lanka for some years. He was appointed as a lecturer in the Faculty of Education, Open University of Sri Lanka in 2016. During his outstanding academic, he was appointed as resource person in various
Apologize for the inconvenience, sir. He has been awarded number of international awards for the best lecturer in international conference organized by AJX Icon Award Ceremony in India in 2021, and an Academic Excellence Award in second Digital Education Summit organized by SIAD in India, which was in association with Global Opportunities Globalization Australia and Global Talk Education Foundation India. Sir, we are extremely honored to have your presence amidst this intellectual congregation. On the behalf of our college management and the Cape Comoran Trust, I welcome you to address the gathering. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much. So, can you all hear me? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. Thank you very much for the nice introduction. First of all, good morning, everyone. So, I hope you all are safe. And so, we had a wonderful plenary speech rest. So, after that, my speech is you have called upon me to have a speech. So, I really enjoyed that the speech of the best speaker. So, with that, I thank everyone for inviting me from my country, Sri Lanka. And I wish you all the best, all the participants who are going to present the papers today. I wish you all the best. And as plenary speakers, so I'm going to discuss. I'm going to share some points based on the topic that I have to select today. So let me to share my slide. Give me 2 minutes. Right. Okay. Can you all see my slide? Is it okay?
Yes, sir. Visible.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. Once again, I repeat my details. So, I'm R. Vivekananda Rasa, lecturer, Faculty of Education, the Open University of Sri Lanka. So, this is my email address. You can reach me anytime. So, any academic collaboration or any academic support from me. So, I have to thank again. Again and again. I'm thanking everyone for inviting me. So, thank you very much. So, the topic, you can see my topic that I have selected today. See, because it is a contemporary, I can say, the emergence topic that we have to look into that, because now the learning style is different. Almost most of the students are out of schools. Even some countries are not opening the school, even like New Zealand, like when Australia also experiencing that situations. Even maybe as Asian countries, we are also suffering a lot this COVID-19 and the Omicron. Like we are getting new variations. We are not sure about that what will happen in future also. So to strengthen our education system, what we have to do. So what is the option? What is the option that we have to select? How, as teachers, as maybe lecturers or academicians, how we have to make us uh, strong to this situation and to make the education system efficiently and effectively. That's my point that I have to emphasize. So that's one of the tool for strengthening the education system in this pandemic time, and maybe any time, not in the pandemic time, maybe any time. That's a one tool is education and technology. So how we are going to use this education and technology in teaching and learning. So you know the education system that normally, especially not, I can't mention that Europe countries, even some Western countries. So they are going with a well settled education system. Even we are just taking Finland or some other countries like Finland is one of the best country in offering the best education in this world. So we are just exampling the students Finland, like in the classroom, even the speeches. But how we are trying to take the system and take the procedures and the strategies to into our education system. Even India or Malaysia or Sri Lanka, even especially I am focusing this matter even in our Asian countries. Even I have to tell about the African countries also. Uh, that's my question. You know, the our education system is here like this. This picture clearly shows that how our education system is. Yeah, we are measuring everyone with the, with one tool. I can say that we normally say that examination or exam or written exam. So that is not the way, you know. So that's why Albert Einstein says everyone is a genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it is stupid. So that's a thing that's happening in all the schools. Even no, sometime maybe some part of India or some part of my country also, maybe they are going with even I can say that private education system is going with new technology integrated things. They are moving forward, so to develop their educational level, so better than the government related institution or schools. Anyway, the point is the final report of UNESCO is Asian countries are going backward in offering quality education, but really it not no, this is not equal to every country and each country, because you know Japan is one of the Asian country offering a good education, one of the country in Asia best education system. They are almost focusing on value education. That's their main point. So how value uh, is the value is playing an important role in education. Ethics. That is the point of Japan education system in Asia. So as a whole, I have to tell that as Asian people, as Asian countries, so we are in this Albert Einstein, like Albert Einstein mentioned, we are still moving and we are still doing the things like rather than examination or rather than test, or like how we measure the students, how we try to measure them, we are almost focusing on exam. I'm not telling that exam is not a proper tool to check the ability of students, but it is good. But so we have to move forward from the examination system. But no, that you can think how we are going to moving forward from the examination. In the examination system also we can use different strategies, not only written exam, not only writing, giving the question paper and writing the answer. So that is not the way how we have to change that. That's a point here I have here explained. I have just tried to show through this picture. So this quotation will tell you how the technology is important in the education system. According to George Horace, he said, technology will not replace great teachers. That's true. But technology in the hands of great teachers can be transformational. But if the teachers are familiar with technology, that would be great. That's a point here. So once again, I repeat that quotation: technology will not replace great teachers, but technology in the hands of great teachers can be transformational. So with that, according to World Economic Forum 2020, in this COVID-19 pandemic, nearly 1.2 billion, more than 1.2 billion children are out of the classrooms. In maybe the time of 2020 and 2021. Now little okay. Some countries they have come to normal condition. They have opened the school. Even in Sri Lanka also we have opened the school. We are running the school physically. So not completely involving in the online education system. But the record in the time of 2020 and 2021 period, nearly more than 1.2 billion children were out of school. As a result, education has changed dramatically with the distinctive rise of e-learning, whereby teaching is undertaken remotely and on digital platforms. So when that point came, many struggled, many teachers, even academicians, all lecturers struggled how to handle that situation, how to use this new technology, new adaptation of technology. That was the issue. Then what happened there? Some ending, the outcomes of ending learning and teaching procedures ended up in failure. They did not do it well. They struggle a lot because they are not familiar to this new technology adaptation, and some other that earlier speakers that mentioned that stress, mental stress, that is also one reason for that. So while I am in the stress situation, how can I use the technology successfully? That's a point here. And research suggests that online learning has been shown to increase retention of information with the use of technology. So why I have mentioned these findings from the World Economic Forum 2020, how technology is playing a major role in the education system, especially focusing on this pandemic time. Right. So now I come simply I want to tell about what is learning. So when you think about learning, learning can take place in different ways. Not only the going to school or going to university. So we cannot tell that that's the only way for learning. So learning can be taken place in different ways. That's why we divided the learning, formal learning or informal and non-formal learning, non-formal education we can say, or maybe we can say learning, formal, non-formal or informal. With that point, with an understanding of learning, so moving from teaching to learning, we learn from the experience, phenomena, objects, maybe under that objects, event, activities, process, everything will come. Interpreting is also one of the way of learning. Those experiences based on what we already know. We just go into the experience and after that we interpret. Not only experience, if I can be an experienced person or 30 or more than 30 years, but how I am going to interpret that? That's a way of experience, solving our experience, right? So the third point is third way of learning or third point of learning is reasoning about them. After interpreting, it will come to the reasoning. So reflecting on the experience and the reasoning. So this is a Jonathan et al. 1999. So I got this reference from their article, one of the article from them. So now the another point I have to tell when I discuss about this online learning. So technology integrated learning, learner-centered education. So now that earlier we had that curriculum based education or curriculum centered education. Then we just moved to that teacher centered education. Now we are learner centered education. Now what is going to happen that from the learner centered education we are going to that methodology centered education. Maybe that may become in future. But very important point is here, when we teach or when we learn, so whatever the things, whatever the academic teaching, learning, academic activities, we have to focus on, we have to mostly focus on learners. That's why the learner is the beginning and the end point of learning process. The learner's needs are the focus of the course or program or organization. The learner is in control of the learning experience. So with these all, how can we make the learning process better? How can we be a good, efficient or effective person in teaching and learning? So that's the only way, not only way, that the best way is educational technology. I mean that technology, use of technology in education. So here I have pointed that telling is not teaching, no? Not only telling is not teaching. The teaching can be in different forms, you know. But as I mentioned, learning can be taken place in different forms. Like teaching also can be taken place in different forms. Not only telling or reading or it doesn't depend on a way of expressing. So teaching and learning a communication process, you know, that is a communication. You know, we should understand that teaching and learning, that is also communication too. The communication is the way of learning. That's why we say without proper communication, without efficient or effective communication, we cannot lead teaching and learning very successfully. So what is communication? Here I have to tell about you that what is communications. So you know the communication process. I have put this image to showcase that how the communications happens among the sender and receiver, and how the relationship is interconnected with sender and receiver. So, and from sender encoding and the transmission of the message and the decoding, and then it comes to the receiver, then encoding and then transmission, then the decode, and then it goes to the center. That in that way the communication is taking place, and in that way the learning and teaching taking place.
Thank you, our lecturer, Department of Secondary and Tertiary Faculty of Education, for his speech on education and technology.